Purpose of this video is to cover how to fertilize with Miracle-Gro. We all know this name, it's been around a long time, but one of the reasons I'm suggesting you use it is because I've had some clients use it and have pretty phenomenal results with their plant growth. So the most important fertilizing of the year is in March, the end of March or so in our area. This is Northern California. And really it's the kickoff to the spring bloom and growth cycle. And after winter rains, there's very little nitrogen left in your soil, and many of the plants are just depleted of nutrients. So what we want to do at the beginning of the season is give them what they need to get going here. So what you're looking at is a Miracle-Gro applicator, and I'm just showing there, if you read the instructions, what they're saying is to fill the container with the Miracle-Gro powder, and then attach the hose end, and the hose will fill the container the rest of the way with water, and it mixes the Miracle-Gro powder with water automatically. Then if you have a 1 pound or 1 1/4 pound packet, the box I showed at the beginning has 1 1/4 pound packets. One packet will cover 500 square feet, which takes 12 to 15 minutes of watering to apply. So you'll need to kind of measure out how much of an area you're fertilizing, figure out what that looks like. If it's about, I like to break it into 400 or 500 square feet, and then essentially water for that 12 to 15 minutes until you see all of the blue water depleted from the basin. What I've done too, and one of the nice things about Miracle-Gro, the fertilizer is also absorbed through the leaf surface. So when you see me watering here going over the tops of the plants, that's one of the reasons. This is absorbed very quickly through the leaf surface as well as the roots. So I'm trying to get in here tight and saturate the root area as well as going over the top of the foliage for a quick response from the plants. So here's what I can tell you. I applied this. Their applicator I didn't like at all. It's got 3 different settings, and it's made out of plastic, and it frankly is hard to operate. It's hard to hold the handle down, and it feels like it's going to crack and come apart in the middle. If you can find another applicator that's a hose end sprayer for big areas like this, I would recommend that. So you'll need to look at garden shops or Home Depot and see what they have available. I gave this a try, but it was one of the worst pieces of equipment I've used in a long time, so I'm not a big fan. But the fertilizer itself, we saw some jobs last year where clients used this on a regular basis for the first growing season, and their plants were almost double the size of the clients who are not using it. So that's why I'm recommending that you use the Miracle-Gro at least a couple of applications during the spring and early summer, and just see what kind of results you get with it. What I'm thinking is to use this in the spring to get things kick-started. The thing is that they're recommending that you apply this every couple of weeks, which A, I don't have the time to do, and B, I don't know many people who do. So what I'm planning to do is apply this once, and then apply the other fertilizers that you have in your fertilizer schedule from me, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks after this application. And then this is not strong enough to burn your plants, so apply it, see what kind of results you get, and then modify the fertilizing schedule that you have from there. By the way, I'm focusing on blooming plants as well. Some of these plants are just foliage plants, like on the left here you see a Caprosma Rainbow Surprise. You know, it's a good balanced fertilizer. It's 24, 8, 16. So 24 is nitrogen, 8 is kind of root growth and support, and 16 is blossom support. So you know, these are ideal for growth on a young plant especially, and then blooming plants. So I'm focusing here on my perennials, my lavender, and some other perennials here that are going to bloom a lot for me, and I want to make sure they have the nutrients to do so. On the other hand, I've got a lot of mature shrubs there that I'm not looking to promote a ton of growth, so I'm not hitting those plants with this. If I had a younger landscape that's less than 2 years old and I still had some filling in to do, I would go ahead and water all of this in with the Miracle-Gro to encourage that. But I think once you have an established garden, I think the whole Miracle-Gro thing is better suited for your blooming plants than it is for the entire garden, because there's not a lot of point in promoting a lot of growth in green structure shrubs that are already the right size. Those I would give them a more balanced, slow release fertilizer and leave them be, and then focus on the blooming stuff with the Miracle-Gro, or a balanced fertilizer that's in your fertilizing schedule that also supports good bloom. So that's fertilizing with Miracle-Gro. I think you'll find some pretty amazing results. I've certainly seen that with my own eyes. And for this year, we're going to give this a try and see how our gardens do, and I look forward to your feedback.